Hey guys, Pips here, and today I'm going to be going over Whalemaker, which is the first and only crypto fund on Brise Chain. So we are building an investment fund in crypto unlike any other. Now, there have been other funds in the past. The ones that structure themselves very similar to Whalemaker Fund usually do very well, and that's because they have a cash reserve to buy dips, which really honestly helps the ecosystem, and it helps the coin itself is on top of that because price keeps getting bought up by them, and therefore people are liking the project a lot and are hyped about the project. I'll go into that in a bit. So alright, so they're an investment fund in crypto unlike any other. So the gap in the crypto world is obvious, no proper mechanism for people to make decent profits, no proper flow of information, thousands of scammers and scam projects as well as rug and pull ones. We provide the average ex-fiat now crypto investor with knowledge and safety, the two most expensive things anyone can't buy, even with the millions of US dollars. How we do this best? The portfolio management. So we offer capital protection based on our experience in portfolio management for you. They have investment in capital stock. They make this investment decisions. You take the profit. We are the crypto fund of the many, not the few. So this isn't just for rich people, this is for anybody. So if you want to, you don't have to be an accredited investor in order to get into the fund, which is typically what stops normal people from getting into normal hedge funds. So, and they have also the reward mechanism. So you be part of an ecosystem to get lucrative rewards. How it works. We bring together the best of both traditional business and agile crypto models and find avenues for earning instant gains. We do the heavy lifting, analysis, and the homework so that you can focus on just investing. Now they have a chart over here. So basically, they have investors. The investors make it so that the investors invest in the investments. So they put their money into the pool of the fund, and then what happens is that fund allows the project to buy into other projects and make a return, which means that the investors are happy and they tell their friends about it and more investors. So it goes in a perpetual circle. So we run the show on a daily basis from a dedicated Telegram group. Now you can go in there. I'll check it out in a minute just to show you how active it is. So sitting at 1,500 plus active investors looking for feedback directions of the upcoming projects in the Brise ecosystem. The Whalemaker platform will review or analyze upcoming crypto projects, part of pre-sale ICO in the Brise ecosystem, and generates a score. Finance team of Whalemaker investors and the right projects for maximum profit for the investment fund. Exit point with profit as per the KPIs set for each tier of the fund. Margin and so now the tiers aren't listed yet, though I'm sure they'll be listed very shortly. Margin and liquidity trading on popular coins to generate extra profit. So white paper in a nutshell, why Whalemaker? So they've been in the works for years. Why? Because a continuously growing number of people are getting into crypto, but they don't really know where and how to invest. Whalemaker simplifies all for the new people, but for the experienced ones too. Don't bother looking what to invest in, analyzing charts. Basically, they do all the stuff for you. That's why you don't have the time if you don't have the time to get into it and you don't have the money to burn to learn how to do it, which it's a very expensive process to learn how to make money space, as you probably know by now. So they make it very simple. You just get into the project and then they'll do the investing for you when you put your money into the fund. So that's how that works. Vision and mission. Our vision and mission is to provide the entire Brise and crypto community, along with all new people joining it every day, with ease of mind. So we will make the investment decisions for you and provide profit. Your capital is secure with us. We only invest and trade on strong assets and projects. We shall support the good projects launching on BRC by providing strong investment funding to those really growing and offering good ROI possibility for our investors. Basically, they're getting into the good projects in the BRC chain, as well as other crypto projects and other chains in the future. So what we do, Whalemaker offers strong APY through staking and unique potential crypto fund investment returns, guaranteed 10% ROI, monthly minimum. So they make you at least 10% on your money every month. If they don't make that much, they pay. So that's where the cash reserve comes in. I'll go over the tokenomics in a minute. But basically, they have a cash reserve, and that cash reserve almost they almost kind of margin it off using the fund. So they don't use more than they can. Since they offer 10% ROI, multiply the amount in the fund, multiply the amount in the cash reserve that they're using for that month times 10, and that's how much they can invest. Oh, that's the maximum pool size in a month. And that'll go up as the volume goes up because the cash reserve depends on the amount of people that are buying and selling the coin. Again, we'll go over the tokenomics in a minute. How do we use it? In essence, you take 50% from the crypto fund profits and success, which can vary from minimum. All right, so basically, people in the fund get 50% of the profits, so half of the profits the fund makes go back to the investors. The other half goes to the, I'd imagine, to the probably to the fund. So you holds $500 worth of Whalemaker. You can buy a slot worth of up to $500. No one will be allowed to participate for more than 1% of the monthly crypto fund, whose amount will be decided on a monthly basis. Again, that's based on the amount of cash reserve that they have. So as they trade more, I imagine that the 50% that they get, they're 50% of the cut of the profits, because remember, 10% is the minimum they allow you to get. The other half, I'd imagine, goes into their cash reserve as well as staying in the pool so that they can keep making money off of it. Token sale, they already did the pre-sale. So the pre-sale is 40% of the tokens, 30% to liquidity. So they actually, you can see the chart did really well, but that's not what I'm here for. Liquidity is 129,000 compared to the 662,000 market cap, which is doing really good. And they got 10% for development, 10% for team, 5% for marketing, and 5% for treasury. So that's pretty good. We'll see how that does. So this is the roadmap. You can check it out. I'll let you check it out. So we can run passion for industry experience, and proven record in finance, development, marketing, investments. So read that carefully. You will know that they actually have a record in finance. He actually talked about it on his AMA. His name's Tony. Though his Telegram name is White Whale, so just know you can just call him Tony. So if you need him, you can talk to him by name. But yeah, so he's got an experience in this. He is actually doxed to the so I'm going to go over why this is such a big deal on top of all the other things I've already mentioned. So all right, so just to explain, so we got Sphinx, right? As I explained in the Bitgert ecosystem, Sphinx is they're the DEX that launched the mainnet for Bitgert. So the Sphinx, the same people who launched Bitgert, are actually going to be they already partnered with the Whalemaker Fund, and the Whalemaker Fund is actually the first project to be launched like on their Sphinx Labs. So Sphinx Labs, their launch pad for DeFi projects. It's the first project that they're actually launching because remember, Bitgert was already a thing. Sphinx just helps them with their mainnet launch. So they incubated the Whalemaker Fund launch, and that's why this is such a big deal. Is because they had the backing of such a big investment firm. Also, not investment firm, Dex. That's the right word for it. So this Sphinx Labs, they're the ones who launched Whalemaker Fund, and they're the first project to have been launched on the platform. Now let's go a little bit into the white paper just to go over a couple of things. You can read through all this. It's not a collective investment scheme, so there's been things in the past to get all the money together and then kind of rug. So we already went over most of this stuff. I actually want to go something about a Ponzi scheme. Yeah, scams and corruption. yeah, there's been a lot of corruption and scams in the past. So their solution is the peer-to-peer asset trading, convenient and safe. Yeah, so it's actually safe through the smart contract. Again, that's the perpetual circle. All right, we are just about there. This is something cool as well. This just kind of explains how the ecosystem works. All right, so here's what I wanted. This is the token, so you can go through this. So we got the liquidity pool, which is 3% of the 3% of the tax. So 3% of it goes back into the liquidity, so that helps keep the liquidity very stable. 3% goes into the staking. So basically, 3% of it will go into the fund to pay out the stakers and make it so that the stakers are getting a decent amount. And remember, that's getting split up among anybody who's in the staking pool. And for the marketing, that's 2%. So 2% goes into making it so that the project can share it with more people, which will bring in more people, which will bring in more marketing funds. So it's a perpetual circle again. That's a very popular theme with this project. Last tokenomic is the crypto fund treasury backup. Now this is when I was talking about the cash reserve, that's what this basically is. That's how they pay for, that's how they do the dip buys, that's how they promise to pay people back if their fund doesn't do well that month. They have that cash reserve to pay people back, and that's why there's a maximum for the fund. If there wasn't a maximum, and let's say they did bad and it's almost like over leveraging, and that's why they have to have this tokenomic to make sure that a portion of every buy and sell goes into that cash reserve. Now the liquidity pool is 3%. Again, that's the same. The staking is actually 4%. That's wrong. It's actually 4%. This isn't the most updated white paper. This is actually an older one. And the marketing is 2%, and the crypto fund treasury backup is 6%. So yeah, this adds up to 14, but if you change that to 4%, it's actually 15%. Now, I already went over this. This is a cool chart though. Pre-sale, liquidity, development team, marketing and treasury. We already went over that. This is the roadmap again. Yeah, a lot going on in this project. Why did Whalemaker come to life? Who is it addressed to? The Whalemaker came to life to satisfy the need of all crypto investors, so it's for everybody. Is the team docs? No, the team is not docs. The general public. The team will apply for CertIC, auditing, and KYC for security reasons, and they're also KYC to the Sphinx Labs team as well. So the entire dev team in Sphinx Labs, they all know each other in real life because they've been trading together, and they're all a team in real life. So no, nothing to worry about there. Now, security-wise, let's just talk about the security issues with the contract and why this wouldn't be perfect 10. Because remember, we in DeFi Defenders, we go over security in a project. So first of all, it's a fund of money. All the money's together, so that is a minor. If someone found an exploit for that, then they could drain all the money out. But I don't know exactly how the smart contract works, so I can't say for certain if that's possible or not. But that's why that's not a perfect 10. So honestly, this is probably an aggressive investment in general. Um, so if basically this is one of those investments, it's either going to do really well or it's going to do really bad. So there really isn't anywhere in between with this project, because it's either its full potential is going to be realized, or what's going to happen is the people lose hope in the project because the expectations aren't as don't live up to the reality of it. But honestly, I'm not worried because I've talked to White Whale or Tony quite a bit, and he's a pretty knowledgeable guy. I can tell that he is who he says he is, which is someone who knows markets very well. He knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's doing. So I'm not too worried about the trading. I'm just not sure how the trading is working, but that's the thing about this project is you just gotta have a little bit of trust at the end of the day. That's how all crypto projects are. You gotta just trust the project at the end of the day, and I trust this project. I'm personally invested in it. Just a disclaimer, I wasn't paid to make this video. I'm not getting paid by the team for making the video. And I'm also not affiliated with them. I'm just an investor who feels very strongly about this project. And if anything comes out of this video, it wasn't predetermined. So I just want to make that very apparent with the reasoning for the video is it was just to educate people on and just to expose people to this project so that people can decide if they want to get into this project or not. And also, this is not financial advice, as always. So that's what I wanted to go over with that project. Now let's just go over two more things. We're going to go over the chart. Now, originally I was going to make this video last night, and the price was actually right about here. It was right below the pre-sale price. Now, right here, the bottom of this candle is literally pre-sale price. Which is 0.0009. As you can see, it did go below it, which typically isn't a good sign, but luck today. Well, actually, if you start from 0.0009, we went all the way up to 0.0013, down to 0.00128. So this is actually a really stable chart, and it's bullish for the most part because it did break its high. It's up like 30% compared to its previous high. So I'm very bullish on this project. The most dangerous part of this, the most dangerous amount of time from this project is already passed because this is when the uncertainty of the project kicked in. And as you can see, people are hyped about the project. They're hyped about Brise Chain. They're hyped about making more Bitgert from this project as a profit. And also there is, I just want to add this as well. I was talking to Tony, and or White Whale, and he's actually said that if you are a pre-sale investor and you hold all the way till the end of the first pull, you actually will get a reward. He didn't disclose what the reward would be, but for those pre-sale investors, which I know you guys aren't going to be pre-sale investors, or even if you are, um, it helps you no matter what, because if these pre-sale investors that got in down here aren't selling, then why should you? Because this price will keep going up if people don't want to sell, and then I mean eventually there's going to become a profit area where people want to take profits, and I don't blame them. I will never blame people for taking money off the table. That's just how you invest. You gotta take some profits, but how you take profits is all dependent on your investment goals, and that's all up to you. But anyway, I'm very bottom line is I'm very bullish on this price action, even though it was a little bit skeptical at first. So if you look at the price of Bitgert, it did go down in the same time. So the fact that half of the liquidity is in Bitgert could also have impacted the price going down as well. So, and then right down here, this is actually where Bitgert announced that they were on Bitmart as well as Gate.io. So that's also another reason why BRC projects are now pumping, is because these Bitmart investors are now on the Brise chain. So sorry, Bitmart, yeah, but Bitmart investors are now on the Bitgert chain. I know that they sound very similar, but they're all on the same chain now, so that they're investing in the project, on the projects. So if you're in any other Brise projects, chances are those are a little bit green too, which is good. But yeah, that's another thing. Now let's just kind of go through the Telegram. We're gonna go through this a bit. All right, so we'll just go through the pinned messages. We're gonna throw this one to the side. There's nothing proprietary to the side, so you can look at those different groups and you can find them. They're all pretty good groups. But let's see. So bonus pool staking in profit from round 1. Bonus without extra cost will open on Tuesday 3 p.m., which I believe is 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so you can check that out. And then this is the AMA, so check out the AMA. They're also having another AMA tomorrow morning, so if you're seeing this video tonight, then definitely check it out. If you're seeing it after that, definitely check out the recording from that AMA, and I'm sure big things will be talked about at it because staking is releasing on Tuesday. So there's a lot of big things for this project going on. So yeah, definitely check it out. I'm liking this project, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one.